Rules of the Road, Chapter 4. It could have been worse, I suppose. I pulled up to Mrs. Gladstone's brownstone at 5:15, having made it to Evanston and back, without anything too perilous happening, like premature death. I did get lost 4 times, forgot to click my turn signal on twice, almost got sideswiped by a library bookmobile, in addition to being tailgated by a man in a Porsche with an advanced case of road rage, who kept leaning on his horn to pass me, even though I was surrounded by cars on either side. My grandmother used to say that some men become their cars. I almost ran out of gas because I wasn't watching the Cadillac tripometer that blinked digital displays that only a graduate from MIT could understand. I say almost because I was pulling into a Sunco station just as the gas gave out and the great car sat there gasless in the middle of the street. This caused Mrs. Gladstone to have a screaming fit about responsibility and how people in Texas never let the gas gauge go below empty because Texas is too big. It'll eat you up as sure as look at you. When the 2 attendants pushed us to the pump, I said it wouldn't have been awful if this had happened on Lakeshore Drive. Wouldn't it have been awful if this happened on Lakeshore Drive? And she didn't say anything. Here we are, I said, coming to a lurching stop by her front door, safe and sound. Technically, I pressed the control button for the garage door. Oh, safe and sound, technically. I pushed the control button for the garage door. Up it went. I eased the behemoth car inside. Pressed the button to close the garage door. I suppose you'll do, she said. I'm sorry? You may be my driver. She said this like she was giving me a present. Mrs. Gladstone, I need to be honest with you. I'd rather sell shoes. I need a driver. I understand that, but I bet there are whole communities of people in this town who could. Madeline Gladstone stomped her foot at the back door. I got out, opened it, helped her out of the Cadillac. I need a driver for the summer, young woman. Someone who can drive me down to Texas for the annual stockholders meeting, where I will officially retire as president of the company and hand the reins of leadership over to my son. She said son quietly. You want me to drive you to Texas? Not initially. First, I want you to drive me to Peoria, Springfield, St. Louis, Kansas City, Little Rock, Shreveport, and then to Texas. There are stores there that I must visit. Excuse me for asking, Mrs. Gladstone, but why don't you just fly? Her eyes narrowed. I am 73 years old. I've been in the shoe-selling business for 50 of those years. Shoes must get sold on the ground, not in the air. Got it. I leaned forward. You want us to go on a road trip? Her cheek twitched slightly. But why me, Mrs. Gladstone? I mean, I'm not so good at this. She looked at me hard, because you remind me of myself when I was a girl. I studied her. To begin with, I was nearly a foot taller. Maybe I started out larger and shrank. I'm not only in need of a driver, she explained. I need someone who has a rudimentary understanding of the shoe business. I've watched you at the store. You have an unusual knack for appreciating the customer's needs. I will pay you double your daily salary and commissions because the hours will be long. I will pay all travel accommodations, meals, and provide reasonable spending money. Upon our safe return to Chicago, you'll receive an additional bonus. You'll be gone for 6 weeks. I trust that will be satisfactory. Driving for dollars, she wasn't that crazy. I'll have to ask my mother. I would be happy to discuss any concerns your mother might have. She'll have some, Mrs. Gladstone. I didn't say beginning with your sanity. I looked at the Cadillac and tried to picture myself on the open road, driving away from everything.